Have a heart, have a heart, have a heart, have a heart.
Hi, my name's Timothy Foya. I'm the CEO and founder of Artizen Cannabis. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the way we grow to better educate you and therefore educate your customers. At Artizen, we practice what we call the art of Zen. And that is when you and the person around you treats each other with the utmost respect, and you also respect the plant and the environment around that plant. Plants are a living organism. We believe that positive energy creates more positive energy. The basic environmental controls, the systems that we use, they're tried and true. They're methods that have been perfected over several years. And as a result, we've been able to come to market with a very high quality cannabis product. The name Artizen is a combination of the words art, which is the creative side of someone. Everybody has that. Zen is the meditative state. It is a place where we go where we feel at most peace with ourselves. Artizen believes that when you're perfectly balanced, that you've brought both of these together. And when you have that, you're basically practicing what we call the art of Zen. Our products are designed to increase and enhance the enjoyment of life. We feel that when you sell an Artizen product, that you are giving us and yourself a chance to enjoy and be part of that experience. Some of the big accomplishments of Artizen over time is actually when we offered health insurance to all of our employees. That was a big deal for us. We also broke the 100 employee mark. And we have a lot of the same guys and young women and men working for us from day one. We actually spend a lot of time working on the internal culture of our company. We do believe that that energy is passed from the person to the plant to the product to the shelf and to the consumer. We're a big believer in that synergy. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the way we grow, because this question does come up from time to time. People will ask, how is this grown? What was put in it? Indoor, outdoor, so on. So for Artizen, it's pretty simple. We're an indoor cannabis company. Indoor growing consists of controlling the environment. So we use air conditioners, we use dehumidification, and we also use CO2. We basically create a bit of a Garden of Eden for our plants. The rooms are full of all female plants. This means there's no males in the room. These plants are essentially having every one of their needs looked after to perfection. Therefore, they're going to represent themselves in the best way possible. Once we've done that and the plant has gone through its full cycle, we use a jeweler's loupe to actually check the trichrome structure. Once we feel that it's at its most optimum point, we harvest. After harvesting, we hang in a dry room, and the plant will hang there for anywhere for 14 to 21 days, at which point it will get sent over to its processing. It gets cut down, separated from the fan leaves, hand trimmed, and then sent over to a department that actually packages each and every package by hand. And we have a saying at Artizen, which is like, make what you would want to buy. Don't create something that you yourself would be unhappy when you go to the store. That's very important to us. Artizen uses a combination of organic and approved pest prevention methods. We only use predatory insects in flower to prevent all organic residues. Our nutrition is a blend of conventional and organic fertilizers, the best of both worlds. Our medium is a blend of peat, cocoa, and probiotics to enhance the uptake and flushing of nutrients, a 2-week flush and a 3-week cure. We only use predatory insects that work in synergy with that plant, allowing us to not have to use any other organic pest prevention methods in our flower rooms. This ensures that we have 0 residues on our flower. If a customer asks what kind of pesticides were used, the question is, it's two-pronged. One answer is state-approved pesticides up to the mature vegetative state, and the second part of that answer is predatory mites or pest management programs that involve fully organic methods, such as a predatory mite. The trimming process is a process upon which the buds are manicured by hand using a pair of scissors. This is a craft within its own. So each person at Artizen and each job they do is very important. Not one job is more important than the other, and we'd like to think of it as entire group creating a product. The question a lot of time comes up of head growers, master growers, or who's your grower. At Artizen, we have several master growers that together create what we call the platform or the system upon which we grow. Each plant's a little different, just like each person's a little different. So plants need certain things more than others. Some more CO2, some more oxygen in the water, others more nutrients, others less. But over time, you perfect each strain, and then you're able to come out with a really consistent product. And that's something that Artizen's very, very passionate about as well. We want to create a consistent, reliable product. This makes your job easier so that when you're putting a customer into a product as a consultant, is kind of what you do, you're able to feel confident that that customer goes home and is happy with what they've purchased. This is what makes the full circle of this process complete, so that when they come back and buy another product from you, they've gained that confidence. We feel that the introduction of new products and the feedback loop from the store is very important. So when we do introduce a new product to the store, we'd love to get the feedback. We want to know, is this something that the store wants and the customers want? And we are able to then perfect what we do. The density of our product, the density of our flour is really from a combination of using peat and cocoa in the soil as opposed to maybe just cocoa or hydroponics. The flour becomes very dense, and that's actually a good thing. That combined with drying it to the perfect spot allows us to sell a product that's really spot on to what it needs to be. If you hear a customer ask, why is this product as dense as it is? The answer is really because the medium we use allows that to happen. I'd also like to talk to you guys a little bit about terpenes. They're very important. They are what in combination creates the flavor in your product. Artizen chooses to grow plants and strains that have what we refer to as a high terpene profile. This is why grape ape or Dutch berry will have the flavor that it does. The understanding of terpenes, it's worth going home and researching those and getting your head around how to communicate with that when a customer comes in and asks for a terpene breakdown. Artizen has several plants or several products that are incredibly high, grape ape being one of them, and we're very proud of our terpene profile.
Hey guys, my name is Yana. Yana Belikova. I work for Artizen Cannabis, and I'm a salesperson for the company. I'm the one to make sure your stores get the product. Our sizing comes in 1 grammers all the way to 28 grams full ounces. We specialize also in concentrate lines that are done strain specific. It's all distillate with reintroduced terpenes. It comes in our cartridges that have protective seal on top of their mouthpiece so nothing gets inside. The top part unscrews, so potentially it could be refilled. You could tell your customers about that. It also has a nice seal, so it's leakage proof. And out of 12,000 units we sold so far, only 80 got returned, which is 1% failure rate. It's less than that. Hopefully that's a good point to your customer. They don't have to come back returning the cartridge if it leaks, if it doesn't work. The only downside, the cartridge only works with the push battery button, which is higher voltage. But again, that brings the best out of the experience you get with it. We also specialize in joints. All our joints are all flour. There is no trim in it. And the price point is very low and affordable to the customer. It's a great product to try Artizen for the first time and make sure your customer enjoys it. We specialize in growing multiple strains ranging from sativa to indica with a bunch of fine hybrids in between. Over the years we perfected our lineup. Once in a while we have a new strain that we experiment and see if it's going to be part of Artizen family. Right now our sativas are Allen range sativa hybrids, and I'm going to walk you through all our product lineups and strains. First, we're gonna start with Allen range. This sativa dominant hybrid is a cross of Trainwreck and New York City Diesel. Use Allen range as a tool to crank up your mental clarity and cerebral activity where the pun is intended and the experience is potent. The effects of Allen range are energetic and creative, and it has very spicy, earthy profile with notes of citrus. It's great for taking a hike. It's great for outdoor activities if you want to vacuum your house. A lot of artists appreciate the creative strike of Allen range. and use that for their activities. Blue Dream. The sativa dominant hybrid comes from the classic cross of blueberry and super silver haze. Celebrated for its state of happy relaxation combined with cerebral energy, our award-winning variety of Blue Dream is versatile as the day is long. We got Leafly Reward for the best Blue Dream last year, and we're hoping to keep our standards high and always have it in our lineup. Last year, we also got award from Dope magazine for Dutchberry strain, People Choice Award. A lot of people seem to like the berry flavor of Dutchberry, the euphoric effect of it. It's a perfect cross of Dutch Street and DJ Short Blueberry, and it's one of our flagship strains. Then I'll take you to Fire OG. That's the potent strain of Kush, was created by crossing OG Kush and San Fernando Valley OG Kush. A striking taste of lemon blends with a fierce combination of relaxation and euphoria, making for an intense and long-lasting high. The next strain I could tell you about is Galactic Glue. We consider it to be our next Dutchberry. This hybrid is a potent cross of Gorilla Glue No. 4 and Gobstopper. Packing an unmistakable aroma featuring sour notes of pine, Galactic Glue provides a euphoric yet relaxing high without the sleepiness, so it's perfect for your evening activities if you want to watch a movie or relax and read a book. It's famous for its intellectual experience as well. One of our famous true indicas is Grape Ape. This pure indica is a classic cross of Mendocino Purps, Skunk No. 1 and Afghani. Taking a deep breath of Grape Ape is surefire way to relax while enjoying the lingering taste of grape and pungent smell of skunk. Because of its relaxing nature and in the right context, it's a great way to fall asleep if it's your zen. Be sure to admire the purple coloration of the buds. It always has the dark purple color and of course the grape aroma. Another great indica hybrid that Artizen carries, and it's a new addition to our lineup, is Orange Kush. This powerful indica is a cross of Orange Bud and OG Sour. Visually stunning and vibrant aromatics of citrus dominate Orange Kush until the lights out effect sits you down. Citrus profile and pungent aroma, that's what it's famous for. Sour Diesel is another strain that Artizen carries, and it's an interesting cross of Count Dog 91 and Super Skunk. The energy and cerebral activity associated with Sour Diesel is classic, where happiness dominates and anxiety often fades. You can smell the strain coming a mile away with uncanny and pungent resemblance to Diesel that's unmistakable. The effects are energy, cerebral activity, happiness. Well, the Diesel is the flavor. The new addition to our lineup this year was Space Queen. It's a perfect dominant hybrid right down the road of the crossing of Romulan and Cinderella 99. Fruity aromas fill the nose with earthy vibes, while the uplifting high may leave you feeling like you just smoked something interstellar in origin. It has fruity flavor and uplifting effect. Another new addition to our lineup is Star Dog. This hybrid is a cross of Chem Dog 4 and Trust Dog. Known for elevating moods without creating anxiety, Star Dog channels the hybrid nature of her parents to maintain a tone of euphoria and happiness at the forefront of the high. And the effects is elevated mood with notes of euphoria and happiness. And that is the lineup.
Hi, it's Timothy again with Artizen. I'm here to tell you about what to read on the back of a package. Every state of Washington package requires a certain amount of information. You'll have your THC content, moisture content, harvest date, and the farm that product came from. You'll also have the list of pesticides that were used during this harvest or during the time of its growth. And I'm holding right now one of our oil cartridge packages, and you'll see on the top is actually instructions on how to use it, which we went over earlier. And at the bottom, you'll see the combination of the Washington State warning, as well as what pesticides, if any, were used in the production of that product. This follows the same thing with the joints and the flour. Once you know how to do that, it's pretty easy. It's just a matter of knowing which package, where this information lies on either package. The other questions that will come up too about oil is what method it was used to extract. That's a very popular question, and there's many answers to that. With the Artizen products, what you have in the oil cartridge is actually a form of distillate. And the process upon which we use it is we use a solvent to extract from the plant matter, and then it goes through several steps of post-processing until it goes into a machine that actually distills it down to a pure form of THC, and it separates the cannabinoids into two separate pathways, THC in one and all the others, CBD, CBEs, and so on in the other. At the end, we reintroduce those back together, put them in the product, and this is what makes our cartridges not only unique, but also on strain and on the same processing models of what we do. I would compare marijuana and indica, sativa, or hybrid conversation that comes up to a lot like music. We can all agree that we're listening to, let's say, Beethoven. Everyone in the room knows his classical music, and everyone in the room can agree on possibly how loud that music is. So we would call Beethoven is the indica. We're all agreeing that is classical music. The volume is the THC. So how loud is that is a bit of like the volume of the THC. But the final part is the subjective part. That's where each person has an individual feeling based on that music. There's no way for us to all have the exact feeling, but there's certain tones that are set within that. So I would take something like Space Queen and call that more of like heavy metal. And if it's loud, it's got a lot of THC, it's really strong, and probably most of us will have the same feeling and vibe. But again, it is subjective. So when you recommend something to someone, kind of keep that in mind, that you're really dealing with a very broad area, and that you'll find occasionally that some people just have the exact opposite reaction to an indica or a sativa than the norm. That's not that abnormal. So when you're landing someone into a product based on what they're trying to experience or do, it's really important that you listen and you try to push them towards or guide them towards a product that meets kind of what they're trying to accomplish. This is something where we feel that Artizen and its color coordination is helpful. Your greens and yellows are more of your morning, and your dark colors, your purples, and your blues are more of the evening, and the colors are for the in-between. So I'd like to give you guys a quick breakdown of how I would recommend cannabis or our Artizen product to our customers or your customers based on the experiences or what they're doing throughout the day. So morning time, Space Queen. This is definitely a morning bud. It's very proactive, extremely creative, very energetic, euphoric, a lot of clarity. After that, right around 10 o'clock in the morning, as that's wearing off and you got to start grinding out work, you move over to your Allen wrench. And Allen wrench sativa hybrid, a lot of times I've heard people like to vacuum and clean their house on the Allen wrench. That's something that seems to be a pretty popular thing to do on the Allen wrench. You get to your mid-morning, early lunch, and you work over to like a Fire OG. After that point, you should be good until about 2 o'clock, and that's when you're gonna kick in your Dutch berries or your Blue Dreams. Those are gonna have a real solid sativa upfront kick with like an indica backbone. So you'll get a nice euphoric high, and after that, pretty much level out, which is why people really like Blue Dream and really like Dutch Berry, is because it tends to get you that nice high but doesn't spin you out. As you get off work and your day starts chilling out, you still need a little bit of a euphoric kick, but you definitely don't want to be amped up. That's where I'd recommend Star Dog. Star Dog to me is happiness in a bag. It's probably by far my favorite 6 o'clock at night smoke. After that, nighttime winding down, I would choose Galactic Glue and then really end my day with Grape Ape. Grape Ape's amazing for movies, nighttime, sleep, chilling out. Really when you don't want to do a lot of thinking and you just want to go to sleep, I highly recommend Grape Ape. That's a pretty fair assessment of the products, and as your customers tell you what they're going to do for the day or what they're looking to achieve, this is a real easy way to go through and kind of gauge where they're at. Remember that as a bud tender or cannabis consultant, your job is to put the product into the consumer's hand that they're looking to accomplish. So it's very important to listen, and it's also important to record that feedback in your own experiences so that you build your own resume or your own palette of recommendations. This is how you build consumer loyalty, and this is how you build trust. So if something's really strong and this is a new customer, maybe you should have them ease into it. Or if they're looking for something really strong, you know what to recommend. Anyways, overall, I'd really like to thank Have a Heart for doing this. We appreciate the business, and we definitely invite any one of the bud tenders down to the Artizen warehouse or the Artizen facility to do a tour. We'd love to bring you guys some shirts when available. And if you guys have any questions, please move it up through the management to us. We're more than willing to come down there and talk to you. Thank you very much.
Have a heart. Have